Tandem Maniacs.
What is going on?
Welcome back to Tandem Fandom. I'm Courtney.
I'm Mick.
And today we're bringing you the first in the quarterfinal round of the CWC What a Ride.
The hottest thing in this business that we love. Although, I would like to make a comment about something that I read earlier today. In regards to the CWC, specifically, the reason I bring this up because it relates to Brian Kendrick, who competed in this week's episode. His former tag team partner, Paul London, was interviewed. And Paul London is a part of Lucha Underground Season 3, which I didn't know. But apparently he is. And he kind of shit on CWC.
What?
Well, he said, well, it's just interesting timing that it's on Wednesday nights when it's high-flying action between smaller weight guys. What other show comes on Wednesday nights with high-flying action? Talking about Lucha Underground.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Lucha's on break right now.
Right now, yes. But
it's been on break.
Yes, but I think his whole thing was it's trying to pull from CWC and blah, or CWC's trying to pull from Lucha, and that's why they're dangling a carrot in front of these guys' faces, and it's bullshit, and blah, 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 meh, 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 meh. Here's the thing. It's on Wednesdays because it's
literally
led in from NXT.
Yeah, it's
people watch NXT on Wednesday.
The network.
Yeah.
And it's post NXT. It's really only been when Lucha's off the air.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. And it's going to finish before Season 3 starts.
Oh, I can tell you other things that he said about, like, Triple H, but I'm not going to. Oh, yeah. It was just dumb. I wanted to bring it up because he talked about Brian Kendrick, and they were like, you know, what do you feel, how do you feel about your, you know, former tag partner and friend, Brian Kendrick? And he's like, well, I haven't spoken to Brian in a year. And it's like they say, if you love something, you let it go and see if it comes back to you. And that's all I'm going to say about Brian. So I just wanted to mention that because I read that earlier today.
What was this guy's name?
Paul London.
He's on my shit list.
Oh no! I read it today. I thought it was a little tough.
Paul London.
Oh no, she's going Ric Flair on me. Okay, so all that out of the
Woo!
That out of the way. Akira Tozawa versus Gran Metalik. Brian Kendrick versus Kota Ibushi. Let's go in. Akira Tozawa against Gran Metalik.
I love that Akira Tozawa's like crowd hype chant is literally just ha! Ha!
I love him so much. Like, so much. I'm like, he's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Like, no, he's fantastic because
he really is, though.
Well documented. I was very, very sad when he beat Jack Gallagher because I loved Jack Gallagher. I was like, he's so great. And
he's so unique.
And he's so English. And it's so good.
He's so English and he's so technical.
And
he does weird things.
But Akira Tozawa is fantastic.
He is so good. Oh my god.
Can we talk about how bad we marked out for when Metalik kicked out of the German suplex? How we lost our minds that he did that?
What?
But again, we've talked about it before. That's good storytelling.
Yeah.
When we've seen nobody has kicked out of this move and the commentators, Daniel Bryan, Mauro Ranallo, he has the best German suplex in the business, and Metalik kicked out of it, and we were like, oh, like
Daniel and Mauro were like,
it's beautiful. That's how it should be. That's what should be done. And it's so hard in this day and age where guys are kicking out of finishers left and right. We live in the world of the 2 count.
Forever.
Yeah, we live in the world of the 2 count. So the simple fact that German suplex got built up and built to be so strong that we were like, oh my god, when Metalik kicked out of a fucking German suplex. Like, how many times do we see a German suplex?
Right. But, oh man, it was just a fantastic match. Like, the booking of this whole tournament has just been perfect.
Beautiful. I mean, and the thing I liked as well is Metalik seemed to kind of show us a different element. He showed us a little something different.
He pulled out some extra stops. because he's been great. He deserves to be here in this match.
Yes.
But he amped it up for this round.
Yeah, I agree. It was awesome. It was really cool to see. I was disappointed that Tozawa lost, but I know you were really happy to see Metalik win.
I was actually really surprised.
Really?
I was really surprised. Just because Tozawa he just had so much chemistry with the audience and everything, with the and the, well, he gets them going with the and then he says, "Be quiet!"
And then hits like a big chop.
And everybody shuts the fuck up.
It's so good. So good.
But, and just the way he was with Jack Gallagher.
Yeah.
And
the selling of the knee and excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. So good.
Like he has a place in this business.
Yes.
And the fact that Gran Metalik won.
I think that speaks volumes.
Yes.
Excellent match.
You know, I loved him from the get-go, and I've been.
You're a sucker for a luchador.
I am a sucker for a luchador, but I've been gravely disappointed in gimmicks that I buy into with the WWE. So when Gran Metalik beat Akira Tozawa, I choked up. I don't even know this man.
And that's the power of the CWC.
That's the power of pro wrestling in its purest form.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm so excited. He's facing the winner of Zack Sabre Jr. and Noam Dar. Like, that's gonna be such a good freaking match. Mauro Ranallo is gonna say "Mamma Mia" so many times.
Mamma Mia, tope suicida!
That he's gonna get a cease and desist from Italy. Like, it's gonna be such a match. Like, no matter who wins, it's gonna be an amazing match.
Oh man, this is a great match. Okay, so Brian Kendrick.
But, moving on from the amazing match to the oh my gosh, feels match.
Tugging the heartstrings. The story that they've been telling with Brian Kendrick has been excellent. The grizzled vet, the 37, 38-year-old, older guy, been in the business for a long time.
Picking himself back up.
Friends with Daniel Bryan, if I ain't wrestling, I'm just living. Like, it's so great. And, Kota Ibushi, the kind of favorite for the entire tournament to win, arguably the greatest cruiserweight in the world. This match had everything going into it, and man, it delivered. And Kendrick, I love everything that Kendrick's been doing, just the little things like trying to get, Ibushi counted out,
by getting him trapped in the barricade.
Oh, it's so good. Kind of heelish, but not heelish at the same time.
Heelish, kind of desperate, but not so much desperate as crafty.
More of, I think I've specifically said this before. It's like Major League, where Rick Vaughn is in the he's in the locker room and he's looking at the older pitcher Eddie and he's like, "What's that shit on your chest?" And he's like, "Vagisil, burned off, such and such." Even one of them give you a couple inches on your curveball. But if the umps are watching me close, I stuff a little jalapeno up my nose and just wipe my nose. He's like, "You put snot on the ball?" He's like, "I put anything on it I can find. I ain't got an arm like yours." That's how I look at it. Brian Kendrick is putting snot on the ball. He's doing anything he can find to do because he's not young anymore. He's not this hot, high-flying kid. He's this veteran that's older and beat up, so he's got to do anything he can to win.
That was such a perfect analogy.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. He's putting snot on the ball.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was it. That was it.
That's exactly like everything I see, and more so with this particular match.
Yes.
With the trapping of the foot, I was like, my God, he's putting style on the ball.
He's fucking genius.
He has to do these things. He can't be, or he doesn't.
But he's good enough to know.
Yeah.
What to do.
Well, and if you look at how he's won his previous matches, it's via the bully choke. He's not pinning guys, and it's not a pretty submission. It's not a technical one. It's literally like a wrench and grab
crank your head off.
Yeah, it's a neck crank basically, and that's how he's been winning is via that choke because it's kind of a desperation maneuver. But man, this match was great.
Oh my goodness, the suplex off the bottom rope.
Yeah, where Ibushi's German suplexes him from the outside to the inside from the second rope. That was awesome.
Like how do you even? You just have to watch it. You can't even. There's no words.
It was great.
He was like he's standing on the second rope. And he suplexes him from the outside. I just don't feel like saying it conveys what actually happened. That was one of the rare holy shits of the tournament.
What I liked as well is Kendrick worked Ibushi's surgically repaired neck the entire match. Yeah. That was awesome. That was so cool. Again, playing into the crafty veteran, the kind of cerebral guy. Thinking, evaluating, what do I need to do? What can I do? Hitting the sliced bread number 2.
Yes! Oh my goodness!
Neck.
What a great sliced bread number 2!
Yeah, it was just...
I was like, oh, that's what that move is. That's amazing.
You know, Ibushi missing the, I think it was the Phoenix Splash that he went for. Maybe in the 450, but he went for it was Phoenix Splash. You know, missing that, and he locks on the bully choke, and Ibushi reversing that, going into a big slam. And then, of course, he hits that last ride powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. And the Cinderella story has struck midnight as Brian Kendrick has been eliminated. And it was heartbreaking. Like, it was legitimately heartbreaking because he was in tears. And I don't know if it was, kayfabe or...
he was fine with Ibushi winning.
Yeah, and it was great. And Daniel Bryan... comes into the ring and you could hear it in his voice. He was choked up.
Yeah, just at the announce table before he even left, he was just like...
But he gets in the ring and he embraces him and it was...
And you see them just talking into each other's ears and you're like, they're like the most beautiful words ever spoken between two humans is being spoken right now.
It was awesome. It was a beautiful moment, and the CWC has given us so many of these moments that.
Well, and even before Brian hits the ring, Daniel Bryan hits the ring. Brian Kendrick sees him and just.
Yeah, and knows, and there's the thank you Brian chants to Kendrick, and it was beautiful. And then the WWE.com put a video up on YouTube where they interview Kendrick, and Daniel Bryan comes in and I'm so proud of you, I love you, and they hug, and they're great. He's like, just a couple grown men crying about wrestling, and it was...
Which is just the pinnacle of why you can't hate Daniel Bryan. Anybody who loves anything about this business that we love, you have to love and respect Daniel Bryan for who he is as a person.
I've cried talking about Daniel Bryan on this particular channel. Check it out in our top 10 favorite wrestlers. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
But just him, through this whole tournament, he's just been gushing over pro wrestling.
Unapologetically gushing about Brian Kendrick as well.
Yes, like, I am absolutely biased.
Yeah, and it's awesome, man.
But just him, that one moment where he's laughing about the two of them crying over some rat. He literally says wrestling, and
so good.
he just gets it.
It was beautiful. They were great matches.
A beautiful tragedy.
Oh man, I love both these matches so much for two different reasons. I mean, Tozawa and Metalik were. That was a technical spectacle. It was fantastic. But Kendrick and Ibushi, this was psychology. This was some great storytelling. The work in the neck, the you know, putting snot on the ball. Like it just, it really is such a good analogy.
It
like
really
it's so good.
It's perfect. That is perfect.
But this was great. Loved it so much.
Yeah,
so much.
The winner, of course, Ibushi going against the winner of T.J. Perkins and Rich Swann.
Yes.
Which we'll find out on the 8th. Or on the 7th, sorry.
Yes. We'll find out who...
we'll find out September 7th who the winner of Zack Sabre Jr. versus Noam Dar and T.J. Perkins versus Noam Dar with his weirdness.
Yeah,
T.J. Perkins. Love him.
T.J. Perkins and Rich Swann. Particularly excited for these.
Yeah, it's
Noam Dar.
Gonna be just as exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah, really good. And then we get the finals on the 14th.
Live, baby, live.
Live, baby, live.
It's gonna be the finals and then the final.
Oh, they're splitting them up. Yeah. I thought it was all gonna be the...
It's gonna be Gran, Metalik, and Ibushi versus theirs, and then...
so it's all one episode.
Final, yeah.
Okay.
It's all gonna be live all one night.
Oh, so excited. It's the best thing in professional wrestling. I really hope that WWE continues to do this.
Yes.
I want a second Cruiserweight Classic
bad.
There is
such a big pool to pull from.
Yeah, I mean, there's more guys. There are guys that they wanted in this tournament that they didn't get into this tournament.
Yeah.
So that in itself makes you go like,
there's
well, damn,
what's
next?
So many guys out there.
I want to see Marty Scurll in this tournament. I want to see Ospreay in this tournament. I want to see Ricochet in this tournament.
Yes.
I want to see King Cuerno in this tournament. I would love, God, if they could work out some sort of deal with like Lucha Underground and get like Pentagon in this tournament, or Phoenix in this tournament, or Killshot, or... Oh, man.
Just something.
God, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, who else could they get? Like,
there's so many guys out there.
And I would like...
And more and more every day.
Yeah. And I would like to point out something about how Paul London was wrong. He said they're dangling a carrot in front of these guys. Here's the thing. Did you get paid to be in the CWC? Yes. Were you on the WWE network in front of the WWE audience? They said your name, they put over your gimmick, you were given time. Yes. Even if you don't get signed to NXT, WWE's Cruiserweight division, whatever, can you take the fact that you were on WWE's Cruiserweight Classic to every fucking indie promotion that you work and get a little bit more money and get a little bit more notoriety? Absolutely.
I know Lindsay Dorado has.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So he's bitter, he's angry, and that's fine. You can be that way, but
maybe he's just upset that he didn't get invited.
Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, that's how I look at it. There's no lose. If you've been in this and you've been on the TV, even if you lost, it doesn't matter. You got exposure. You got to up your value based off of being like... It's like, PWX's own Corey Hollis. Hey, I was on Monday Night Raw. He does, even if he never works for WWE again, he can use that fact on the indies. Hey, I was on Raw. People are going to recognize me. Mm-hmm. Boom. There you go.
That's it.
So that's all I would like to say on that. But what did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below, what was the top match of this week for you guys? If you enjoyed the video, give us that thumbs up, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button at the end of the video for more wrestling goodness.
That's right. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep up with whatever the hell we're doing at the moment.
Yeah, because we'll let you know. We give you the old update all the time we can. Well, as we always say here on Tandem Fandom, always put snot on the ball, and if you're gonna be a fan,
bring a friend.